Hello babes! I'm excited for today's video. Also guys, I'm so sorry if there's a glare on these glasses. The ring light is just doing its thing. So in today's video, we are going over a long-awaited topic that a lot of my actually Instagram followers have been requesting, which is my self-tanning tips. Now, before you guys get started in the comments, yes, I know, I'm mixed, okay? I'm mixed and I still want a nice healthy glow as if I've been out in the sun for 3 hours. Anyways, this video is sponsored by Tanceuticals, which I'm super hype about because they are my #1 favorite tanning products as of right now. Before we dive straight in, y'all already know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and give this video a big ass thumbs up if you like it already. Okay, let's get into the video. So when it comes to the tips that I'm going over, I broke them down into 3 separate sections. So the first one is going to be prep, the second is going to be application, and the third is going to be post-tan care. Let's dive into the preparation, shall we? So when I am preparing to do a self-tan day, I honestly use this as my self-care day. There's a couple reasons for that. 1, you want to make sure you exfoliate your whole body. 2, you want to make sure you shave. 3, you might as well add in some bomb skincare while you're at it. You know, just make it a whole freaking day. So what I do is I start in the shower. So when I get in the shower, I make sure that I shave my legs, my armpits, any other parts that I don't want the hair to interfere with the self-tanning products. Usually while I'm in there, I'll just go ahead and throw a hair mask in my hair because then the next step is to exfoliate. So when I exfoliate my skin, like my body, I actually do use the Tanceuticals pre-tan exfoliator. This stuff is bomb. By the way, all of their stuff has like the signature like coconut smell. Oh my god, it smells so good. This exfoliator, not only does it actually help to like exfoliate the dead skin cells off your body and whatever, but it actually makes your skin feel so good. It feels like you just got a facial for your body. Then after my body is mostly taken care of, I step out of the shower, and then I actually do an exfoliating mask for my face. Really just any like good face exfoliant just to make sure that you are getting, once again, all that dead skin off of your face so the tanning product can stick to it better and last longer. If you don't exfoliate, self-tanner has like a tendency to like stick to dry patches on your skin. You'll have like this weird brown mark. It'll look like a birthmark, but it's not a birthmark, so it's not cute. Also, it does help by like buffing away any like excess oils. I personally oil my body every single day after the shower, so when I exfoliate, I know that it's getting like all of those like days of me oiling my skin off. After that is said and done, you're almost ready for application, but not quite yet. Couple things you want to do before you just go slapping on your self-tanner. If you apply your self-tanner too soon after the shower, after shaving, whatever it is, your pores will still be open. The self-tanner will go into your pores, it'll suck it in, and then you'll have like these little dots where all of your pores are. It just doesn't look right. You guys know the ones that I'm talking about, right? So a really good way to avoid that is just to wait like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe a little bit more if you have time, before you go applying your self-tanner. And obviously while you're waiting, like don't put any moisturizer on. This is a little weird for me because like I'm a moisturized queen. Like I said, I'm super used to like oiling my entire body. Fight the urge. You need to stay dry. Dry as a freaking bone. Then just before you apply the self-tanner, I always like to make sure that I moisturize parts of my skin that are like prone to be a little bit drier, where I know that the self-tanner is going to want to stick to and stay. You know when girls have like orange and white between their fingers and like their ankles look crazy and like, no, absolutely not. We don't do that here. So my best tip is to grab some moisturizer. I know a lot of people just use like whatever's lying around the house. I personally like to use like Aquaphor or like a Vaseline or something that is not going to soak into my skin super quickly. So I will just apply this like in between my fingers. I'll apply it on my wrists, on my ankles, right on my heels where any like rough skin is. Then right after you've done that, it is time for your application. So depending on which self-tanner you're using, it's totally up to you. I recommend Tanceuticals just because they're freaking amazing. I absolutely love the lotion. So I have the color Dark. I have not tried the Ultra Dark yet. It actually just got sent to me today. Ironically, they just sent me a fresh box. The main reason that I love this so much is because it's so freaking easy to apply. Literally, you just apply it like moisturizer. And guys, when I do this, I'm not being like super careful. When I used to use other self-tanning products, I feel like I really had to be careful with the application. I had to like move quickly because it was gonna dry and get streaky and get weird. That is not the case with this guy. I'm sloppy. I can be in a rush and like no streaks, no nothing, good to go. They also have, actually have it right here. They have this really helpful like back tanning mitt. You just like apply the self-tanner to your back or to this, and then you just do this and you get your whole back. So that is also on their website. I will link that below. By the way, all this stuff's gonna be linked below for you guys. Don't even worry about it. When I do apply it, I usually put it mostly like on my thigh, like over my knee, and like kind of by my shin. And then I just apply it in those areas first, and then whatever is left over on the mitt, I go down to my ankles and my feet. I get in between my toes. I do the whole thing. It's kind of like a rule of thumb when it comes to self tanning that you don't want to put like the majority of the product on your hands or your feet. I am the type of girl that tans my whole body. I do the whole shebang, including my face. Now, another thing I love about Tanceuticals is they do have a separate okay, take two. They do have a separate self-tanning face lotion, which I think is awesome. It just looks like a white face moisturizer. You guys see it? Whereas the self-tanner product comes out and it has like a little bit of that like brownish tint to it. What I've noticed with other self-tanners is that when I use the same mousse or spray or whatever it is on my body and then I move it up to my face just looks a little bit too dark. And I think that's just because our faces are naturally lighter than our bodies. You know, we wash it daily, we put SPF on it more often, all those kind of things. I think it's definitely crucial if you want to have like the most natural looking self-tan to get a specific face self-tanner so that way the formula matches and you know, it looks good. And then just like extra little helpful tips, make sure that you're getting like your ears, you're moving the product into your hairline a little bit, you're getting like the sides of your neck, behind your ears, the back of your neck. Like if you were to pull your hair up, you shouldn't be able to tell a difference between your back and your upper neck. And one thing I like to do when I'm done tanning my face is I just kind of take my fingers and I wipe off any excess product that got under my eye. People say not to do this. They say to tan your whole face. I personally like to leave my under eyes not tanned because then it kind of gives you like that natural like bright under eye look. Like we add concealer to our under eyes. We're always trying to highlight them and bring them forward. So that's what I do. All right, so once the application is finished, we are of course moving on to maintaining the tan. A couple tips for immediately after application. You can wash your hands. I usually don't because I'm really good at using the mitt and I'm also really good about making sure that that Aquaphor is on the parts of my hands where I don't want it. I mean, you're not seeing any orange on my hands, but once again, if you're more comfortable with it, you can just wash your hands afterwards. Obviously, make sure you don't put clothes on right away. You want to have some naked time. This just says dry a few minutes before putting on clothes. I recommend waiting 30. Just saying, like if you're not comfortable just being naked in your house, if you have a roommate or something, put on some like super loose shorts and like a baggy t-shirt and like don't sit down on anything. Don't do anything weird. Do not eat food. Do not drink water. Like that's gonna spill on you. Like no chugging beers during this situation, okay? One time I ate a veggie burger right after I did my self-tanner on my face. And for the whole week after that, my self-tanner was everywhere except right around my mouth. And my fiance called me out. He's like, why does your self-tanner look so weird? Just gonna save you guys from some struggle. After that 30 minutes is up and you put your clothes on or you're sitting down on things or you know, whatever it is that you do with your day, try not to shower or sweat or get your body wet for about like 7 hours. This is exactly why I like to sleep in my self-tanner. Usually if I'm being a really good girl, I'll start in the beginning of the day, I'll tan my whole body, I'll literally leave it on all day, I'll fall asleep, I'll wake up and then I'll rinse it off. You don't have to sleep in it. You could just start at the beginning of the day, wait a few hours, like 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever you feel more comfortable with, and then rinse it off. I think it really depends on how long you want it to develop for. For me, since I use the dark, I'm already mixed. I'm not using the ultra dark, you know. I do want to get like the most color out of it as possible. So yeah, I fall asleep in it. It's fine. And honestly, what's really great is that if I don't sweat in my sleep, because sometimes I'm a night sweater, I'm not gonna lie, but if I don't sweat in my sleep, it does not transfer to my sheets, which is really cool. I cannot say that for a lot of other brands. And in this clip, I'm showing you guys real quickly what it looks like before I self-tan, what it looks like when I've fallen asleep and woken up with it before rinsing off, and then what it looks like after I rinse off my body. So when it comes to maintaining your self-tanner, you definitely want to moisturize like a crazy person, which isn't hard for me because like I said, I just oil down my whole entire body every day of my life. I just like to use an almond oil, which is what I use to moisturize my skin anyways. And then usually on day 2 of me having my self-tan on, I will go in in with the Tanceuticals Everyday Tan Extender. Now this stuff is amazing. Once again, has the same smell, and it's like a daily body lotion if you do want to just maintain your tan as long as possible. It does have a little bit of a tint in it, like it tells you to wash your hands afterward, and then you're good to go. You're glowing a little bit more, and your self tan will last way longer. When I don't use this, I notice my tan lasts about a week. If I do use this, it lasts like 2 weeks plus. I mean, as long as I stay up with this, to be honest with you, until I decide that I'm ready for like a freshie, and then I'll just exfoliate my body once again with my pre-tan exfoliator. I'll do my exfoliating mask, I'll shave my legs and my whole body, and then I start over. So those are all of my tips for tanning. Like I said, guys, it's that time of the year. Like, we are not trying to be pale queens out here. At least I'm not. Okay, I'm trying to be a bronze goddess, as I usually am in the summertime. If you guys want to get these products, I highly freaking recommend them. Use my discount code Lexi10 to get 10% off of anything on the website. Drop a comment down below if you guys have any questions, if there's something that I didn't mention in here that you're curious about, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. I'm usually a lot quicker with that, and I will DM you back. We can chat about whatever you want to chat about. Okay, babes, before you leave, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and give this video a big ass thumbs up if you liked it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.